Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Natasha, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be bringing back a series I used to do a couple years ago, and that was my How Long Does It Take to Use Up series, where I calculated the cost per use for certain products within certain categories and then compared them. And the idea is not so much to exactly nickel and dime every single use of every product. It's more to bring things into perspective and also to give you a better idea of whether or not something would be of good value to you. Our numbers might not be the same. There's so many factors that go into what counts as a use for a makeup product, and a lot of times people apply a lot more or a lot less than I do, and just lots of things go into how these are calculated. And so I wouldn't say it's like an across the board scientific fact or anything, but I do think it is something that can be very useful, especially if you're comparing it to other products within that same category. In this video, I'm going to be comparing cleansing balms versus cleansing oils, and I have 7 different products that I want to share. For me, I wanted to figure out if cleansing balms or if cleansing oils are a better deal for me. Which one has the cheapest cost per use? Even though I am very particular about the formula for a cleansing balm and a cleansing oil and how I want it to perform, obviously I wanted to do a good job at removing my makeup quickly, and I also wanted to rinse off clean. I don't want it to leave any residue, and I don't want it to bother my eyes either. But at the end of the day, it is something I only have on my face for a very short period of time. I don't really feel like there are any active ingredients in there that are for skincare purposes, and it is something that I am pretty much washing down the drain as soon as I use it. It's something I use every single time I wear makeup. I use it to remove the makeup I put on every single day. It's not something that I need a lot of different options for. I'm not worried about colors or finishes. Really, it's just something that I want to have the cheapest option available to me that does its job, and it's not really something I want to think a ton about. I'm going to start with the most expensive per use all the way down to the most cost effective. So the one that is the most expensive across the board by far is the Pre-Cleanse from Dermalogica. This is a really good product, and you do get 5 ounces, more than 5 ounces in the bottle, but it's incredibly expensive. It's $47 for the full size. Dermalogica is a really popular brand, but it is very pricey, and so the cleansing oil is no exception, and this one was 67 cents per use. That one really surprised me because even though I did have a feeling that it would be more expensive per use, I was very shocked to see just how expensive. 67 cents every single time I used it is way too expensive for me, especially for a cleansing oil. Like, no cleansing oil is that good. Just because something is from a high-end brand doesn't mean it's always going to be the most expensive product. I have some products I'm going to talk about that are less expensive options, but when you look at it per use, it's actually more expensive than some pricier cleansing balms and oils. Of course, the opposite can be true as well. It can be very expensive and still be the most expensive per use, but I do think it's important to look at the cost per ounce or the cost per gram as well, just because sometimes high-end brands will offer you a product that has a lot of product in there, and it kind of makes it more worth the money. The next most expensive product is a cleansing balm, and it's from the brand Versed, and this one retails for $17.99, and this one came out to 49 cents per use. I wanted to pause and take a moment to look at those two products. You're looking at a really expensive skincare brand like Dermalogica. I mean, it's not the most expensive brand out there, but when you look at it in terms of other skincare brands available like at Ulta, it is much more expensive. I would say it's a high-end skincare range, and that one is $47 for 5 ounces, while the cleansing balm is $17.99, and Versed is available at Target. I wouldn't say it's the most affordable skincare brand out there, but it is considered what I would think to be more of a mid-range. I will say I am just not a fan of the Versed cleansing balm. It has a little bit of a mintier scent to it. I don't know if it's mint or something else. I think it might be eucalyptus if I'm not mistaken. And I don't really like that type of scent in something that I would put all over my face, especially if I'm putting it near my eyes. And also the Versed balm left a film. It was something that didn't rinse off clean, just never emulsified, and I felt like I really did have to make sure I scrubbed with my second cleanse, no matter what it was, just to make sure that I was getting everything off of my skin. And if I put that cleansing balm on to remove my makeup and then jumped in the shower to rinse it off, it would leave a film in my shower and make it really slippery and a little bit dangerous. So just keep that in mind. There's something in that product that doesn't fully emulsify and it does leave a film. The next most expensive product I wanted to talk about is another cleansing balm. It's from Physicians Formula. I really liked this balm. I thought this was really good. It rinsed off clean, it didn't bother my eyes, it did a great job at removing makeup, but this one came out to 42 cents per use, which is still, you know, in the top 3 most expensive products I'm talking about today. And this retails for $13.99, but I know with Physicians Formula you can usually get like a buy one, get one half off, or you know, 30 to 50% off depending on sales available in other pharmacies, etc. So you can get this one at a discount, probably a little bit easier than you could with Versed or Dermalogica. So if this is something that you really love and you can find a way to bring the cost down in some way by waiting for a sale, I would recommend doing that. The next one surprised me. I didn't think that it would be in the more expensive category because it is a very affordable brand, and that's the Good Molecules Cleansing Balm. I really liked this one too. I thought this was really great at removing makeup. It didn't bother my eyes, didn't leave a film, and in general I really like the Good Molecules brand and everything that they stand for and the type of ingredients they have. But this one came out to 41 cents per use, so just a little bit less expensive than the Physicians Formula one. And this one retails for $15 full price, so it's a little bit more expensive than the Physicians Formula. And yeah, that's still a little too expensive for me. We can go cheaper, and we will. We are now in the top 3 most affordable products. Number 3 comes in at 39 cents per use, and that is the Capari Cleansing Oil. I also really liked this one, and I was glad to see that even though it's one of the more expensive cleansing oils that I've tried, it retails for $32 for the full size. It is a more affordable version than the other ones that I have tried. Sometimes Capari goes on really good sales on the Ulta website, maybe on the Capari website as well. So if I could get this for like 30 or 40% off, I would definitely buy it again. The next one is a more affordable one, and that is the Cleansing Balm from e.l.f. This is the most cost-effective cleansing balm that I have tried so far, and this one comes to 38 cents per use, which is only 1 cent cheaper than the cleansing oil from Capari. So if you're ever deciding between the two, just know that they kind of come out to be the same cost per use. So it's really just, do you prefer a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm? I was really glad to see that this one did come out to be much more affordable than the other ones that I've tried, just because it is a product I really like and I hear really good things about it. Like, I think a lot of people really do like it, and with it being one of the more affordable cleansing balms out there, I'm glad to see that it also is more affordable when you're looking at it from a per use perspective. And the very last one, the one that comes out to be the most affordable by far, is the cleansing oil from Fourth Ray Beauty. This is, again, another favorite, another staple. I have gone through an entire bottle. I'm using another bottle right now. This retails for $15, and I think at the time when I purchased it, it was $14. So my cost per use is based on the $14 price mark and not the $15 that it is now. And it comes out to 18 cents per use, which is cheaper, the cheapest one by far, even compared to the number 2 spot. The e.l.f. cleansing balm is 38 cents per use, while the Fourth Ray Beauty one is 18. That is 20 cents cheaper. Again, that 18 cents, it would probably be a little bit higher, just a couple cents more expensive, because now it's $15 instead of $14 like it was when I purchased it. But even so, it's not going to be 20 cents more per use because it's only a $1 difference in the price. I hear people loving the Fourth Ray Beauty one. I think the main negative thing that I hear about it is that it's usually out of stock. It's kind of hard to get your hands on, which I agree. But Fourth Ray Beauty is something that you can also get on sale to make that cost even lower. And I am really glad to see that the 2 more cost-effective products out there are really popular ones and very affordable ones as well. And when I say affordable, I mean like compared to the other products that I was talking about. After doing all this math, I have 2 main takeaways. The first one is that across the board, cleansing balms tend to be more expensive per use than cleansing oil. Out of the top 4 most expensive cleansing products, 3 out of the 4 were cleansing balms. And if you look at the 3 least expensive products, only one of them was balm. And so when there are new cleansing balms out there that I'm interested in trying, I should keep that in mind. There's a good chance that it will likely not be as affordable per use as some of my favorite cleansing oils. And the second takeaway is a little more self-explanatory, and that is you should definitely try to stock up on products like this whenever they're on sale. It's not like a makeup product that takes me forever to use up. If I'm using it every day, a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil is only going to last me a few months. So if I can get it at a cheaper rate during a sale or something, it is okay to stock up on it because I know it's something that I'll eventually get through. And if I'm going to be using it on a regular basis, I might as well get it at the cheapest price to bring down that cost per use. And another thing to keep in mind is I feel like the cleansing oil numbers are a little bit more standard because I'm really using the same number of pumps every single time I use it. For the majority of these, I used 2 pumps every time. I think for the dermalogical one, I only did 1 pump because there was so much in each pump that it kind of equaled the same amount that I would need for my entire face and neck. But for the other cleansing oils, I used 2 pumps. But for a cleansing balm, you're kind of digging out a little bit every time, and sometimes you take out more, sometimes you take out less. So that number I feel like isn't as trustworthy or standardized as it is for the cleansing oils. And that's the same for any product that I use that has a pump because it's giving me the same amount of product every time I use it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I am excited to be bringing this type of content back, and because I have been tracking so many different things over so many years, I feel like my videos can be very thorough and very comprehensive, I guess, where I have lots of different categories, lots of different products within the same category to talk about. I do still have cost per use infographics on my Instagram, and I do try to update those more often than I ever did on YouTube. But if you'd like to see more content like this, I can definitely make videos as well. I've gotten some comments from people in videos that they're not very active on Instagram, or they're not on Instagram at all, but they still want to know cost per use information. So I am going to try to bridge that gap and do stuff both on YouTube and on Instagram. I'd love to hear what your thoughts were on the numbers that I shared today. Were you surprised? Did you feel like balms would be more expensive than oils or vice versa? Please stay tuned for more cost per use information. I have a lot of numbers that I can share, but in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.